Buenos días. A nombre de la Cámara de Comercio Italiana en México, les doy la bienvenida a este webinar que forma parte de la quinta edición de Encuentro Creativo, un proyecto de la Cámara Italiana apoyado por la Embajada de Italia en México. El objetivo de Encuentro Creativo es promover la oferta académica italiana en México, acercando a estudiantes y profesionales a las instituciones educativas y oportunidades formativas de Italia. Es un honor darles la bienvenida a este webinar titulado How to Envision and Innovate Future in Interior and Product Design. Hoy tenemos el privilegio de contar con la participación especial de Aoi Hasegawa, que es la Program Leader de justo los Masters en Domus Academy de Product Design e Interior and Living Design. Y bueno, Domus Academy fue fundada en 1982, fue la primera escuela de posgrado en diseño en Italia, y hoy es un referente internacional en moda y diseño con sede en Milán, y se distingue por su enfoque innovador que combina teoría, práctica y colaboración con empresas reales, que en su mix funcionan como un verdadero laboratorio de ideas. Su oferta académica está basada en áreas como diseño de interiores, moda, interacción, producto, negocios de lujo, entre muchas otras. Y bueno, formamos profesionales creativos capaces de responder a los retos contemporáneos de la industria con visión global y espíritu innovador. Ahora daré la bienvenida a nuestro orador de hoy, que bueno, es Aoi. Y les
Hi.
cuento. Chao, Aoi.
Okay. Should I start?
Well, 5 seconds.
Okay, so I'm sorry.
Dar un poquito de Aoi. Ella, tras licenciarse, obtuvo un máster en arquitectura y ciencias de la construcción en la Universidad Metropolitana de Tokio y inició su carrera como escenógrafa en Fuji Television Network de Tokio. Y en 2005 Aoi se trasladó a Milán, cursó un máster en Domus Academy y desde 2006 colabora con Domus Academy, primero como asistente de proyectos y tutora, y ahora es nuestra program leader. ¿Vale? Thank you, Aoi.
Okay, thank you so much, Gloria. Welcome, everyone. Hello, my name is Aoi Hasegawa. As I introduced Gloria, I'm the course leader of the Masters in Interior Living Design and the Bachelor's of Arts in Design at Domus Academy. So today I would like to have a lecture about how to envision and innovate future in interior and product design. And here is the presentation. Okay, so, well, this webinar showcases unique design strategies and methodologies of how to envision and innovate future design in interior and product design field. And in this rapidly changing world, it's crucial to identify the upcoming technologies and creative and innovative user scenarios, considering different stakeholders and diverse perspectives. So that's why this webinar demonstrates different case studies of interior design and product design projects from Italian context. I will show you some of the case studies taken from Milan Design Week, and to explain the importance of constant renewal of knowledge and skills. So I heard that the audience, you guys are studying or also working, but for all of you, it's very important to enlarge the knowledge and also to see the design world around you. So you can see a glimpse of, let's say, innovation and the up-to-date design case studies in my webinar. So starting from the product design, a product design, a human-based combination of diverse cultures, technologies, needs, and physical conditions. And I would define it as the extension of the body. And it's a smaller scale where you can see also the recent phenomena of the social cultural issues, but it is a very interesting scale to really see the latest innovation. while the interior space is the air that you breathe, actually you're surrounded by interior design every day, but it's the place where you can do the experimentation, and you can see also the phenomena as well as recent issues, and you answer to those problems by proposing new ideas of the space design. But in order to do so, it is very crucial that you are able to cross the boundaries, not just staying in product design field or interior design field, but crossing disciplinary is very crucial to come up with new ideas. So in my webinar, I would like to start questioning what is the Italian design for you. And usually when it comes to the Italian design, these keywords are the one that you will easily think of at the first glance. So made in Italy, craftsmanship, quality, history, Milan Design Week, aesthetics, and so on. But what makes Italian design unique is actually the technology, innovation, and direct production or research, and small scale company can really innovate the production process or the material, and it's always very interconnected community. So it is very important that you will get into this kind of network, get to know the people, also the latest technologies, to really let's say be updated to achieve the most sustainable also solutions. Here I would like to start showing some of the let's say case studies taken from Milan Design Week. And I named it Milan as a design capital because Milan is the stage where you can find a lot of the latest, let's say, brands communication, and also their products and immersive experience in terms of exhibition design, installation, so on. So during Milan Design Week, the whole city becomes the stage where designers, companies, institutions, and university try to image change and future through design. And also you can see some of the images. For example, this is the image at the Università Statale. It's the installation done in collaboration with Amazon and Stefano Boeri. And also all these big brands like Amazon or Audi, or all these big brands collaborate with designers to showcase their visions and value of the industry. So some of you might already know that Milan Design Week is composed of two main activities. One is the Salone del Mobile, which is happening in the Raw Fair Milan, which is the biggest furniture fair in the world. While there is also a very important component called Fuori Salone, which is literally means outside of Salone. And within the city, so it's outside of the fair, within the city, you can find thousands of beautiful installations, exhibitions of the furniture brand, new designers, famous designers. And yeah, that is also a beautiful immersive experience for you. And these are some areas of the Fuori Salone, so from Brera Design District to Zona Tortona to Alcova, Cinque Vie. We have a variety of areas which are dedicated to this Fuori Salone installations, and you'll be you'll be surprised by immersive experience in relation to design. I would like to start with the Fiera Milano. It's the furniture fair, and it's not only just to showcase the latest product of the brand, but also to tell the whole story around design industry. So all the stands are communicating also their values and potentials of their strategies. For example, this was the installation in the fair. That fair itself was well curated and well designed, and this is the place where the conferences and talks could occur, and very famous designers are involved to design those places. In this case, Forma Fantasma, an Italian duo. They designed this let's say talk show space by covering it with this beautiful lighting panel, which showcases also how many visitors are there in the fair, and it's an interactive lighting installation, while the space can be used for the talk and also for the audience who are resting and taking some have a break under this beautiful installation. Of course, it's the furniture fair, so that you can see a lot of beautiful stands designed by every brand, and you see the latest series of products showcased in the booth. The very interesting section of the Raw Fair Milan is this Satellite. So Satellite is the place where young designers and students can showcase their projects, and they always have the competition among the participants, and some of the very important designers were awarded in the and featured at the Salone Satellite, and became very, very famous in their career. So it's a very important moment for young designers, and they offer also this kind of opportunity at the fair. It was interesting this year that we had also Euroluce, is the illuminations sections, which happens every 2 years. And we saw very interesting trends in terms of illumination. For example, interactive light, playful light with sensors was very popular. So it's not only just dimmable, but you can also change the temperature, the light temperature of the light, or you could see also the light and material research. Lighting section is the section where the technologies can be applied drastically. So you could see different application of the materials, and also the combination of different materials like acoustic materials plus light, and the materials are much more sustainable and recyclable compared to the previous products. I can show you also some lighting systems, modular structure, and also biophilic design, sculptural art like fixtures. So all these, I will show you some of the products that I selected to show. For example, this is the example for the interactive light design, and Luceplan designed this beautiful light called Posi, and it's actually a small portable rechargeable light, and how they showcase, how they represent the light is very beautiful, because it looks like a small flower placed in a vase. Or this lamp can change drastically the temperature of the light, and it is representing the let's say the twilight, the moment of the sunset. So it's a poetic representation of our relaxing light. And this was also a very interesting lighting product. And they combine the acoustic, let's say, material and also the light inside. So it's a perfect light to be used in an office or the meeting point where you need to have more, you need to have better acoustic conditions. Of course, this lamp view from Luceplan is representing the power of lighting system and modular design, because by having a simple unit, like you can create a variety of different compositions. For example, this is basically a one unit of this light, but with the strings, you can combine and change the installation of light very easily. And also you can create thousands of different compositions. So this kind of modular system, lighting system to make light much more flexible is one of the tendencies that you can see in the lighting section. Or biophilic design, or design inspired by nature is a strong trend in lighting sections. For example, you can see this beautiful sculpture-like light lamp by Foscarini, and you can see the beautiful textures of porcelain tiles of the light, but it's so you can have this beautiful art piece inside of your interior space, but it is actually acting as a light too. Also, you can find all this kind of organic shape. Again, it's a modular system, but flexible modular system that you can use in different compositions and different forms of straight forms or curved or circle. It is also featured and produced by Foscarini. You can see different temperature of light as well, and different composition of this simple structure. Okay, so those are what was happening in the fair. Well, let's move on to the Fuori Salone, which is outside of the fair. So compared to the fair, they are less commercial, and they aim at showing more their, let's say, value of the brand, the design direction, or sustainable message. And they're often very interactive, and it has a form of installation. And Fuori Salone has always a theme, and these are the themes of the last 3 years. So for example, in 2023, they have the theme of Future Lab. So it's a reflection of how you imagine your future, but experimenting. So it was right after the pandemic. So people hesitated also visiting, let's say, this kind of big Milan big design week, because it is most of the time very crowded. But they named this Fuori Salone especially as a lab, so you can experiment, and you saw a lot of let's say intentions, new ideas to really search the future possibilities. While Fuori 2024 was named Materia Natura. So they showcase the let's say the characteristic of the matter and the nature, and they investigated the materiality and also the connection with nature. This year, the Borisarone was entitled Connected World, and they also investigated a lot the artificial intelligence and how you can co-create the design by also having different stakeholders, not only just human beings, but also natures and other animals and also bacteria. And so to really find the best solution for the earth. These are some of the case studies taken from Fuori Sarone. And in 2023, I've been to this beautiful, beautiful installations in Pinacoteca di Brera. And it was done by Grohe. It's actually the company who's producing faucets and bathroom products. But what they showcased was the beauty of the water. And within this is the real picture taken by me at the exhibition, and you can see this mysterious water surface, which is actually installed in the courtyard of the Pinacoteca di Brera. So in the courtyard, they usually don't have any water. So they install this huge pond in the middle of a beautiful context of historical Pinacoteca di Brera, leaving also some of the sculpture in the middle of the water. And what they placed was these four like huge square of covered by mirror. So you see reflections of the beautiful building, sculpture, water, sky, audience, and they all created a very mysterious atmosphere, because you didn't understand which is the reflection of the mirror, which is the real water, and which is the real, let's say, building of our people. So this is the photo taken from the second floor. So you can see that the big, huge water surface, and also the mirror cube, which are mirror cubes, which are placed in four angles of this big water surface. And they showcase the latest product within this mirror cube. But it is important to understand why they're doing this. So why they're designing this installation, not by showing the products in the first row, is to really communicate their original values. So Grohe is a bathroom product company, which is strongly related to the water. So they're, by showcasing the beauty of the water, they're also trying to communicate their philosophy, their strategies, and especially to really catch the attention of the audience, and to give us a great impression about the brand. The second one is in Palazzo Litta. So it's very typical that when you come to Milan Design Week, you see a lot of beautiful installations in a courtyard of a historical place. So this was done in Palazzo Litta. It was done by Fondazione Ermanno Casoli plus Elica. And Erica is actually kitchen food product company. So there's nothing related to kitchen food. That the installation was nothing related to the kitchen food. They didn't showcase the product, but what they showcased was this beautiful installations that also through which you can see also the movement of the air, the breeze that that is passing through this thousands of beautiful, colorful cubes that is hanged from from this structure, and the audience could also go through, and you can really enjoy the movement, and it is visually communicating the flow of the air, which is also the very important element for the kitchen hood, because the kitchen hood aspirate the air. So this is something you experience at Milan Design Week, not just by watching only the recent and latest product. This is another case showcased by Audi. So of course, it's an automobile company. So you can see one beautiful car exposed at the show. But what they had is this beautiful installation of light. It was moving. It was moving based on your movement of the audience, and it's highly technological, and all the programs are done and they created this beautiful interactive installation in collaboration with Drift. So the combination of this beautiful historical environment and the latest technologies, and also the latest product of Audi, it created a very mysterious, beautiful, immersive environment. This is also a very interesting installation exhibition done by Cassina. This year, Cassina especially showcased this in a very theatric way. So what they showcased was the historical, very famous series of furniture, but they place it within a theater. So all the installation became more and more, let's say, experimental and also theatric. And then when you visit this exhibition, the dancers are moving, and you really see those furniture in a living condition. So this was also a kind of tendencies that you see at the exhibitions and installations, that they are never be still, or it's not a traditional show, or it's not a traditional, let's say, exhibition where you go and see the product, but they try to make it more live and also much more interactive. So you can see also the product in combination with the stage design. Okay. Forma Fantasma is actually a very important key figure in different exhibitions in Milan Design Week. So Cassina, that exhibition was curated by this Italian duo, and they are research-based design studio in Milan, and they also have the studio in Holland. Their product is very interesting. They explore a lot of materials. They do a lot of research on the sustainability. So if you don't know about Forma Fantasma, I highly recommend you to go and check and study what they do. And at Milan Design Week, you could see a lot of their projects, and also some conferences. So since 2022, Forma Fantasma organized this very interesting conference in collaboration with Prada, and they named it Prada Frames. The first one was done in Brera, in the National Library of Brera, Braindense. And you could see, a beautiful library and also brochure, the combination between this historical, traditional context and a very interesting debate, because Forma Fantasma, together with for example, Alice Lawthron, they invited a series of designers or philosophers or scientists to talk about forests, what is happening in the forest. So, for example, here, Alice is talking with this interactive interaction designer, and behind you can see also her work. So she digitalized all the species in an area of a specific area of a field, and she digitalized it, and she showcased it. She visualized all the data that she collected from this field, and it was a very beautiful installation, video installation that was running through while they're discussing. And this data was all about, the number of species and how they are transforming, because some of the species are dying. So all these colors are communicating you that all these data. So it's also a data visualization kind of installation. While the lady on your right is speaking about how trees can tell you the whole story of the earth, because she's the specialist of reading this the ring of the tree. So basically, by taking a look at a tree, a ring, rings of a tree, you can also discover what was the climate condition of that period of time. So if it was cold or warm, or the quantity of CO2 at the moment. So it's actually a natural archive of the whole environment captured in a tree. So she was talking about the beauty of it. So it is the conferences are all about raising the awareness of the forest. And they also keep doing this product frames in 2023, 24, and also 25. For example, in 2023, the theme was materials in flux, and they're talking about the waste as a new material. And of course, they did it also again in a beautiful theater, and they had a series of talks and conferences about e-waste and how this waste could be a potential new material for industry. While in 2024, they were talking about domestic environment, entitling the conference Being Home. And This was the villa where they did this beautiful conferences. It's a Villa Bagatti Valsecchi, so it's a noble villa in the center of Milan, where usually you don't have the access to. But for the Milan Design Week, you can see, you can visit those places because they have these conferences. So within different rooms, like bedrooms or living rooms or dining rooms, there were a series of different talks in relation to the behavior or environment or the meaning of the room. And we discuss, let's say, the new living, how to live, and so on in this beautiful historical villa. This year was very interesting because they actually did this conference in central station of Milan, and they call it in transit. So they also had this beautiful train designed by Gio Ponti, and the audience could also get into the train, and basically one of the speakers could also explain reading some poetry and so on, and guided us in this world of transit, because we are in a phase of change, and in transit means that we really have to switch from the old mentality to the new mentality to really be more sustainable and to protect our let's say globe. So those are the speakers and also the organizers. So you can see also Forma Fantasma and so on. And the audience at the very end of the conference, we went into the train, which was a old train designed by Gio Ponti, and you could experience also the beautiful, the chair and the soft velvet, and it was very enjoyable experience. Okay, so when you come to Milan, just by walking, you can see a lot of beautiful examples. For example, Marsotto, the marble furniture company, they have this beautiful showroom in the center of Milan, in the area of Brera. And you can see also this mysterious concave, which is inviting you to sit, but actually their product, their material is marble, which is hard and cold. But actually, this showcases you the warmth of the marble, which is created also through the highest technology. Underneath, when you go in, you can see also this beautiful showrooms showcasing various colors, a range of colors of marble. And yeah, and also they also collaborate with different designers. For example, the showroom is designed by Nendo, and here I picked up an example of Nendo's exhibition at Milano Fuorisalone, which were entitled Break to Make, because Nendo collaborated with an artist, Daniel Arham. And basically what happens is that, so Nendo Okisato, which is the head of Nendo, he makes, right? He makes this structure, the whole structure. But Daniel Arham, which is the artist, he breaks, and together they made this table, or here in this case, it's like it's a small table, or here in this case, a sofa. So it's to show the creative collaboration by breaking. So it's a question of how to make, and what is making, and what is breaking. So it was a very interesting, very small but very interesting examples of exhibition. And here we go through also some of the examples of Alcova, which is also a very important exhibition at Fuorisalone. Alcova is organized by Joseph Grima and Valentina Ciuffi. They've been using different locations from 2022. Like they are using abandoned places and invited a lot of designers, exhibitors to showcase their product to really rebirth the place. And also the exhibitions are very interesting, carefully selected. This was to showcase the interactive materials. It's a material act against UV, and so you can also see the how much UV you are currently having around you to really raise the awareness of the harmful aspect of the light. You can see a series of let's say exhibitions focusing on technologies and materials. And yeah, you can see a lot of different explorations of materials, new techniques, technologies, and new thoughts that you that all the designers in the world are trying to come up. So I think I have only 10 minutes to go. So I would like to showcase, so after all these, let's say, inspirations, how we treat, let's say, those themes and translate it into our design projects. So I would like to showcase our approach and methodology at Domus Academy. So Domus Academy was founded in Milan in 2082 as one of the first postgraduate schools in Italy, and is actually founded by this lady, Maria Grazia Mazzocchi, together with all the Italian maestros like Andrea Dranzi, Alessandro Mendini, and Gianfranco Ferre, and they wanted to open a very innovative school to teach Italian design, because at that time design was done by architects and there was no Italian design school. So we have different workshops, which are the main activities of the school, where you experience a lot of different themes. So through the field research, physical or digital analysis, in the workshop, you will investigate a lot of social, cultural conditions, and you make the whole analysis around it to come up with new ideas. So we also give a lot of importance in cross-disciplinary activities, because as I told you at the beginning of this webinar, it is very important that you are able to cross the boundary, not just staying in a product or interior design field, to come up with the new solutions. Of course, we collaborate also with design industries. So in the workshop, you also have an interaction with companies, representatives, and you have to build a strong strategy, business strategy around it. Of course, we have different workshops. Some are more visionary, so it has the DNA of being a pioneer, while some workshops are more, let's say, industry related in terms of space or in terms of product. So for example, for interior design students, we have design spaces workshop, where you have a conversation with design industries, and you have to get to know what they need from you and what will be the space solution for them. These are some of the examples of the student work. For example, in this workshop of envisioning, the theme was contemporary migration. And the students came up with this idea of designing a new hotel where you actually you can customize your hotel room before your arrival, and also your room can even move within this structure to have different say communication with other audience and visitors. So of course, within the presentation, you have to showcase this whole scenarios of what is traveling and what is the let's say nowadays it is always mixed, the daily life and also the traveling, because you're constantly moving also in a remote working to the co-working to home, and it's all mixed. So, and I'm talking also about the latest technologies, so 3D printing, artificial intelligence. So within the presentation, we asked students to really communicate their idea in a strategic way by also showing professional diagrams, technical drawings, and so on. So basically, as I told you, the hotel room, for example, can be customized before your arrival. So you order and you design, you tell what is what you need in the room. So this 3D printing system can customize your hotel room by using also the local material. So you can see you can book your room and you can customize it, and also the robot can customize the division and unit, and then you can use the room based on your needs and so on. You can see also a very let's say powerful use of diagrams, rendering. So you can see some of the drones are yeah, some of the drones are bringing you know, some tools or some food, and even you can have different let's say position of your room unit, and you can have different neighbors to communicate with. So it's a part of a new experience of travel. Okay, so yeah, you can see also different graphic representations and so on. And I think I can show this project for product design field. So this was designed by our student, and the theme was let's say it was done right after the COVID. So the student came up with this idea of future education by designing this kit, which could be potentially provided by schools by different schools to allow remote education, also remote education in terms of lectures, but also in terms of let's say discussion with your peers. So you can see that with the new Google, you can see different, let's say, files sent by the lecturer and see how it's composed, or you can interact with this with the screen. You can also co-create the let's say a file together with your peers. And of course, with the Google, if you are in a lecture in person, Google tells you, Gargle tells you more information of the lecturer and what he is saying and so on. So it was a very, let's say, innovative educational kit that the students came up with within our workshop. And of course, he hypothetically thought of applying this strategy into different schools like Harvard or MIT or Domus Academy. Yeah. Okay. So how many minutes do I have? Do you think that I have more? No.
Ciao, Aoi. I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for this presentation.
Okay, thank you.
Well, we are going to pass for the questions. I don't know. No sé si tengan alguna pregunta, algo que quieran saber que hoy nos pueda ayudar a responder. Chicos, ¿cómo vieron la presentación? ¿Qué piensan? Okay, we have a question. What type of inspiration you take to make a design? ¿Nos pueden ayudar con el audio de Aoi, por favor?
Yes. Okay, good. Oh, sorry. I am muted. I muted by mistake. Okay, can you repeat the question again, please?
Sure, Aoi. What type of inspiration you take to make a design?
Okay, all right, good question. Thank you very much. So you have to observe everything. You can be inspired by, of course, recent latest products, but you can be also get the inspiration from nature, let's say the experience that you have with your friends, families. So it could be everything, but it's very important that you observe it and you think deeply what is the meaning of those phenomena or the result. So I would say my suggestion of the inspiration will be to, of course, go around the city and go to the exhibition because also the art exhibition can give you a lot of inspirations because art, fashion are the areas that reflect much more let's say, the recent phenomena and social issues, identity issues, and so on. So my suggestion would be to go and see a lot of art, fashion exhibition, and also see around you.
Thank you, Aoi.
Thank you.
Gracias por tu pregunta. And we have another. Natalia says, what are some advices that you can give to someone that wants to apply to Domus Academy?
Okay, well, it depends on the area that you're interested in. Which kind of masters are you interested in? Like interior, product, interaction, business. We have a lot of different areas, but if you need a general, let's say, suggestions on the application, well, I'm from the design area, so it is very important that you communicate well your product by showcasing what was the brief of the project and what was the research that you've done, analysis, and also what is your concept, and communicate it through good technical drawings and also creative visual materials like renderings and so on. So those are the fundamental elements that you have to prepare in your portfolio if you are interested in applying for the design area.
Thank you, Aoi.
You're
And,
welcome.
Adriana, do you consider interior designs to be art creator? What skills do you believe are necessary to succeed in the field of design?
Okay, good question. So interior designers is not an artist, actually. Interior designer is the person who observes and to understand the needs of the client. So, for example, if you are working for a private customer client to design his or her house, you really have to understand what he or she needs and the dimension, the way of living, the habit, and based on that, everything will be changed. So it's not the form of art, because if you want to create something, you should be an artist, right? But interior designer is the one who observe, understand the needs of the client. For let's say residential project, you have to understand better who is living inside. For the installation, you have to understand better the brand's necessity. So interior designer is a translator. Of course, you have to have a unique way of translating. That's the identity of you. But interior designer is not an artist only, but it is a translator.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Zaira says, as a designer, how do you personally envision the future, not just in terms of technology or sustainability, but
Okay.
emotions and values that spaces and objects will evoke?
Oh, yeah, that's a very nice question. I'm completely agree with you in the sense that, of course, we can have the latest technologies, advanced technologies, and innovation, and so on. But the most important thing for me as a designer is the emotion and memories and how you can, let's say, how you can embed the, let's say, the love into a space or the or a product. So if you design a space, it's actually a love for your client, right? So you take care of the client's necessities and they appreciate it. So I I would say good design is the design that can create the bond between you and object or you and space. So it's not only technology, it's not only the, let's say, artificial intelligence, it's all about our emotions and you know, bonds.
Perfect. We have Hill saying, what do you think about using IA to design?
IA, using IA? Okay, AI.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Artificial.
Oh, no. It's a very good question because AI is getting very popular, very popular, and very fast in our daily activities. So we see also at school the application, the use of AI by students So we're really trying to understand the best way to utilize it, because AI should be beneficial to us. AI should not replace us, and AI, in my opinion, cannot design a perfect space for a client, because sometimes it becomes very generic, and until now they don't have also the correct sense of measurement. So even though if AI can create beautiful renders, sometimes the scale is completely out, like the dimension of stairs, or the position of the handrail, or the proportion of a product. Sometimes it is aesthetically beautiful, but it's completely not aligned with human proportion. So I think that part can be technically resolved because AI is also intelligent, but I would say we are still exploring the best application of AI, also myself, because I personally believe that AI cannot replace us, because AI doesn't have a feeling, which we aim at putting in our product, right? As I told you, emotions and bonds, which AI doesn't have. So I'm optimist on this, and designers will be the main, let's say, the core of the project, but AI can also help us drastically. I don't know if I answered to the question.
Thank you. Yes, thank you,
Thank
Aoi.
you.
Okay, Freddy says, it was an excellent presentation. Thank you,
Thank
Freddy.
you.
And what's needed to generate change in design?
Oh, wow. You have to study. You have to know the past, actually. If you don't know the past, you can't discover the new thing, which is, we all know that, but you need to really study and explore the world. So come to Milan and explore the beautiful city and history and culture. And Milan is not an easy place to discover the beauty at the first time. But I confirm that I'm still exploring the beauty of Milan after 20 years. And it's always very, very beautiful.
Yes, it's very beautiful. Okay, we have here Daniela saying,
Yes.
was there a specific moment when you knew this was what you wanted to do?
Wow, that's a nice question. Probably when I was 18 years old, but even after. Um, it was just very, let's say, I was very lucky to discover this world of creation, architecture. I study architecture at the university. Um, but it was just a pure like it was a well, it happened to me, but casually, in a sense that once I had a conversation with a friend who wanted to study architecture, and I didn't know what architecture was, and I discovered through her. Um, but I would say that that was the first step. But I really discovered what I wanted to do probably when I was, I don't know, very late, maybe, because you have to really struggle with what you want to do. But my suggestion is to really start doing something. Do not stop, because if you stop and think, you'll not get there. So just don't think too much, just start doing something, and you will see the way at the end. So my suggestion will be to really start doing, and do not stop.
Thank you, Aoi.
Thank you.
And now we have Fernanda. What is the most difficult part of carrying out all the designs?
Oh, I would say when to stop, because if you start designing, it's never perfect. So, but at a certain point, you have to stop and say, okay, this is my final answer, and that is the hardest part, in my opinion, because you never know if you are at the best solution. So for me, the hardest part is when to stop. Also because you have deadline, right? So at a certain point, you have to define, okay, I go with this idea, I will develop it, and you finish it. So that is the hardest part for me.
Thank you. We have Zaira. Do you think that innovation in design comes more from intuition or research? And how do you balance
Research.
both when shaping something truly new?
99% research, in my opinion, and 1% of intuition, in my opinion.
Okay. And now we have Jimena. Love the session. Thank you,
Thank
Jimena.
you.
And what do you think is the biggest challenge for the future of interior and product design? And what is your favorite piece of art, design, or paint?
Okay, paint. Oh, wow. Okay. Um, can you repeat the question again? Because yeah,
The
yeah.
question, what do you think is the biggest challenge for the
Okay.
future interior and product design?
Future. Okay, okay. The biggest challenge. Okay. Well, the biggest challenge will be um to make something valuable. Um, you can probably do something, you can make something, but is it really valuable to do so? Because uh, that is the most challenging part for me, because you already have thousands of chairs which are good already, and it's a masterpiece. And do you really need another extra chair? That is a question. And if you do so, it has to be very good, super good. It's better than the masterpiece, and that's the hardest part, in my opinion. And because we can't produce a lot more because it's not sustainable anymore, right? So that's, for me, the hardest part. When it comes to interior, it's slightly different because, interior part can be renovated, can be renovated at a certain after a certain period of time. Um, but of course, the challenge will be to create the bond between the space and the audience. So the audience would like to keep it for a long period of time. And it becomes more sustainable if the audience or user use that product or space for a long period of time, because you don't have to renovate it, or you don't have to buy it. So that's the hardest part. So when it comes to the the favorite picture, I would say recently I'm visiting a lot of museums, of very traditional old museums in Milan, and I would say yesterday I discovered the beauty of the paint, the picture of Caravaggio. I was mesmerized by the contrast of the light and darkness. You can see a lot in Milan.
Thank you, Aoi.
Thank
And
you.
we have Alondra says, do you think talent in design is developed more through practice or academic training? Thanks for your time. It was amazing meeting.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I would say you have to alternate, meaning that you have to practice and you have to study, you have to practice, you have to study. So I think both, because if you just practice, sometimes you get wasted, you feel exhausted because you don't have the input. So you have to balance the input and output together. So it's nice that you have you practice, but it's nice that you learn also. And sometimes you understand better the context, the academic context, after you train yourself in a professional project. So my suggestion will be to iterate, do both.
Thank you, Aoi. We have
Thank you.
Daniela saying, thanks, Aoi. You are amazing. Thank you, Daniela.
Thank you.
And Kira says, what is your process of design with a short period of time?
Short period of time, what do you mean by short period of time, and what kind of project are you talking about, like product design or interior design? But I would say if you have professional project, you always have a deadline, and until the deadline you have to calculate how much time you can spend to do the research and concept creation and project development. But sometimes in a project professional field, after all the process and you're about to deliver one project and you're not convinced, you will be redoing everything also in one night. So this is a reality, and sometimes it comes better than you spend better than the project that you spend, whole week or 2 weeks or a month. So it depends, but sometimes yeah, those are the, I mean, this is what we have in reality, and you're asked to do by boss.
Thank you, Aoi.
Thank you.
Mayra says, hi, thank you so much for your time. It was amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. And any advice on how to overcome creative block?
Mm, just go on. You if you get stuck in one idea, just take a walk, go to the museum, go to the, I don't know, concert, listen to the music, do something different, and then your brain move like your brain continues thinking. So maybe you get stuck in one thing, and because you think too much, but do something different, and then new idea comes.
Thank you. And then we have Valeria. With interior design projects, what is your design process or your first steps?
Okay, depending on the client, but observation, as I told you, for the residential project, you have to interview the audience as much as possible. You observe, also, you know, the design of a kitchen or design of a living space, like bathrooms and so on. It's all based on who is using it, right? So you really have to observe and listen to the audience voice, and really to analyze their daily routines. While for the, let's say, for the different customers, like, or stage design or exhibition design, you have to listen to what the brand or the company want to communicate, and then how you translate it into different project, it's up to you, but you have to be very poetic in presenting your work too. You have to let them fall in love with your project. So communication skill is very important. Graphic skills is very important. Technical drawings are important. Yeah. So yeah, that's it.
Perfect. Thank you, Aoi. And Jimena says, thanks, Aoi. You look so cool, and thanks for
Thank
sharing your
you. Thank you. Thank you.
last question is from Sarai that says, any advice for product designers who want to grow in this industry but haven't found anything yet?
Okay, haven't found anything yet in terms of growth.
And job,
Okay,
I think in
and
job.
job. Okay. My advice is to participate in design competitions. Because if you want some prizes, you can, of course, you can put that into your CV, but you will cultivate connections with some industries. You will be featured. So if you don't have, you haven't found any design job yet, participate in some competitions, design competitions, international ones. Also, local ones are okay, like any kinds of design competition. And if you win, great, and your career will start.
Thank you, Aoi. Thank you so
Thank
much
you. Thank
for
you so much.
and for sharing us all this information that it's amazing.
Okay. Oh, thank you very much, Gloria.
Gracias a todos por esta interesante sesión. Esperamos que resulte provechosa para acercar a los estudiantes mexicanos y al público en general a nuevos conceptos. En nombre de la Cámara de Comercio Italiana en México, me gustaría expresar mi gratitud por su presencia en esta sesión. También extiendo mi agradecimiento a todas las marcas que forman parte de Encuentro Creativo, y entre ellas Esilor Luxótica, Lavazza, Fiat, entre otros. Muchas gracias. Bye.